Not all that useful up here, though. Still got this weird point of interest over here. What is that? It's gotta be inside that building. It's... What the hell is your deal, dude? So you can find the vicar.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes up.
Vicar Marks. Vicar?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf. Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright. Anything else interesting going on in here?
Hey there,
Resident.
Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
Not really. So, journal. Man, we are picking up a lot of quests. I haven't botched anything yet, that's good. Who else do we need to talk to? Supervisor, the cannery, and his residence. Does my map show the landing pad? Not really. Well, there's somebody in the cantina that I haven't talked to, it seems. Is it just the bartender? They're just called a resident. Cannery worker walking in the wall there. That's great.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident. Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Go right ahead.
That was not what I wanted to do.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. Music to my ears.
So he's got some weapons and such. Do we have anything we want to get rid of right now? What's this? Heavy weapon stuff. Cobbled exoscrew. We'll probably get rid of that. Well, maybe we'll give it to our companion too. I don't know. Let's sell that. Where does it say my inventory space here? It doesn't? Well, that's that. That's the vicar's place
Wonder if the
again.
plague's ever gonna pass.
Get out of here. I assume these are fake doors, right? Yeah, it's a fake door. Let's look for a residence, I guess, that doesn't have a fake door, maybe. We can check out the cannery as well. Yeah, let's check this place out. I've already been in here, though. I've been all over the place, I guess. It's a heavily guarded cannery. Outside. I'm sure there's all kinds of interesting stuff going on in there, but I don't mean to keep busting in with my weapon out like that. It doesn't really seem like anybody cares if you just go wandering where the heck you want around here. I assume that'll kill me if I try to take that right now. That's sure a dead end. 30 meters over that way. It's gonna be outside. That's that. Let's have one more look around town here before we leave. What is this? Sorry, I had to deal with something real quick, and I apologize if there's a loud noise. Oh,
This
God.
is where the magic
I
happens.
started recording and it.
Well,
okay, the
science.
lag spike's done.
But it still happens here.
Is that not stealing?
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it. Okay.
Into the constable.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never? Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man. Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can. You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand. I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly. So you'll do it then? You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Well, that's exciting.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. All right, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. That's all I can ask of you.
Yeah, we'll probably do it for her. So skill points. Let's see here. 10 again. So I'm gonna put more in a ranged. I'm gonna do a little defense. Keep going with our pursue. Alright, that's interesting. Zero perks, reputation, neutral, reputation with everybody. Showing just that it's a merchant. I guess it's just showing it's a merchant. Actually didn't really read what it was telling me there, which I probably should have, but what are you gonna do about combat conversations or whatever? Still missing stuff in here. So I just call. I think I'm just calling the elevator. I think we're good. What's that? Apparently that doesn't even count as stealing, which is always weird. Ah!
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Alright, so what else are we left with here? Landing pad south of Edgewater, alright. Getting kind of brazen with my stealing here, I guess. Alrighty, let's head on outside here again. I said it was south of here. So we probably want to go that way, maybe? I don't know. Let's just head on outside and see what happens, I guess. Botanical Lab. This is somewhere we're supposed to go anyway. I don't want to go there right now, then. Why are there still so many markers? I don't know. Modification. I do have a modification for armor. Is that what I'm wearing? Standard Trooper armor? I think it is. Install mod. I don't have a mod for that? I thought I did have a mod for that. The backpack, isn't that a mod? Whatever, man. You have something to say? Why do you...
I don't have time for this.
Wish we had some better rations.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
Alright, let's head south and see what's going on. Oh, it's the Botanical Labs. It is, I guess. Either way goes the Botanical Labs. Oh, pretty mountain. Landing site. Somewhere we're going. Huh. So I guess we'll start wandering this way. See what's cooking. This is north, this is not. Let's head south and find that landing pad. Where is the landing pad? We walked from the south. It's actually very confusing. Crash ship. I know this game rewards me that much for wandering. I'll wander a little bit here. It's a landing pad? This looks like a landing pad. Ow.
When I was little,
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. The war, the coming apocalypse, man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing. Go on.
Something interesting here. It's a little vending machine, probably.